What if I told you that the Bible hints at another divine being standing alongside Yahweh? A second power, a hidden God, a truth so ancient and so shocking, it shook the very foundations of early believers. Today, we ask the forbidden question, is there a second God in the Bible? And I will like to hear from you. But it is only when you watch this video to the end will the veil be lifted and you will finally understand the truth hidden for centuries. Only then will you be able to answer the question for yourself. Is there a second God in the Bible? Welcome to Divine Bible Stories, where we uncover the hidden truths of Scripture. If you are passionate about discovering the mysteries of the Bible, make sure to subscribe, like, and share so more people can walk this journey of revelation with us. Throughout history, many assume the Bible clearly teaches there is only one being who reigns in heaven, Yahweh, the eternal God of Israel. Yet, hidden beneath the surface of ancient Scripture, buried in early Jewish writings, and even whispered by early Christian thinkers, there are clues, strange appearances, of a second divine figure. In the ancient world, even faithful Israelites sometimes encountered a vision far too powerful to ignore. Two powers in heaven, one visible to the eye, one invisible, veiled in glory, one who spoke from the fire, like in Exodus chapter 3, one who ruled the unseen council of heaven, as hinted in Psalm chapter 82. Could it be that long before theologians and councils debated it, the Bible itself pointed to a hidden reality? A second power, a figure so close to Yahweh, so divine that it would shake the very foundations of faith? Today we embark on a journey across time, from Genesis to the days of Jesus, uncovering the ancient mystery and confronting the question that demands an answer. Is there a second God in the Bible? In the beginning, the Bible records a moment that has puzzled generations. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." But who was God speaking to? Some suggest he spoke to the angels. Others claim it was the royal we, a majestic way of speaking, and still others argue it was a hidden glimpse of the Trinity. But when we dive deeper into the ancient Jewish understanding, a different and far more shocking picture emerges. Psalm chapter 82, verse 1. God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment. Did you hear that? In the midst of the gods. The early Hebrew Bible paints a world where Yahweh sat enthroned among other divine beings. The Elohim, not angels, but powerful spiritual rulers. And if Yahweh stood among them, we must ask, was Yahweh always alone? Or was there another beside him? As we journey deeper into the Scriptures, we encounter a figure wrapped in fire and mystery. Exodus chapter 3, verse 2-6. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto Moses in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, "Moses, Moses." And he said, "Here am I." Did you catch it? First, it is the angel of the Lord who appears, but moments later, it is God himself who speaks. No separation, no announcement, no warning. The angel is Yahweh, yet at the same time, distinct from Yahweh. And this is not an isolated event. Genesis chapter 22, verse 11-18. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord. One being, speaking as God, acting with God's authority, received as God. And so the question arises, is the angel of the Lord merely a manifestation of Yahweh? Or could he be a second divine being? As we turn the pages of ancient Scripture, a stunning pattern begins to emerge. Genesis chapter 19, verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone, and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Two Yahwehs, one Yahweh standing on earth, another Yahweh commanding from the heavens, both acting with full, unquestioned divine authority. This mystery was not hidden to the ancient Jewish thinkers. Long before the time of Christ, early Jewish mysticism spoke of a breathtaking reality: the two powers in heaven, a visible Yahweh and an invisible Yahweh. And then the prophet Daniel saw a vision. Daniel chapter 7, verse 13 to 14. Behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom. A human-like figure, not the Ancient of Days himself, but one who receives the kingdom, clothed in divine majesty. And so we ask the burning question, was there always a divine companion, a second power, standing beside Yahweh from the beginning of time? John chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. A divine being, with God, yet fully God. And then came a stunning declaration. John chapter 1, verse 18. No one has ever seen God, the only God who is at the Father's side. He has made him known. The earliest Christians, including the apostles themselves, saw with new eyes. Jesus was not merely a prophet, not merely a teacher. He was the visible manifestation of the invisible God. In a move more daring than anything the world had known, the early church declared the second power hinted at in the Hebrew scriptures was Jesus Christ himself. Not two gods, but one divine mystery, now revealed for all to see. Let's retrace the journey we've taken together. The angel of the Lord, a divine figure who acts as God, yet remains distinct. We saw him speak not as a messenger, but as Yahweh himself. And then the ancient visions, two divine powers, acting in harmony, revealing a deeper mystery than we ever knew existed. Early Christians, with eyes wide open, saw Jesus as the fulfillment of this hidden truth. The second power made flesh. The Bible doesn't show us two rival gods. No, it shows us something far more profound, more breathtaking. It reveals the unimaginable depth of the one true God, who reveals himself in ways more mysterious, more terrifying, and more glorious than we ever dared to dream. And now let me leave you with this question. What if the God you've known all your life has depths you've barely begun to understand? Would you have the courage to step closer to the fire? Now, after exploring this profound mystery, I hope you can answer the question for yourself. Is there a second God in the Bible? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below, and I'll be replying to all of them. Let's keep the conversation going. If this journey opened your eyes to mysteries hidden in the Bible, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with others who are searching for deeper truth. Every time you seek, you grow closer to the heart of God. Stay hungry, stay curious, and don't forget to turn on notifications, because the next mystery we uncover could awaken your faith like never before.